Hello and welcome! This character profile video is for the class Phantasma, and what you'll see is all of her skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, her skill combos, enhancements, player card, and a gameplay video. So, without further ado, I give you the class Phantasma. Here we go. And welcome to the skills slide. If you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce the interface. On the far left are all of our skills, on the far right are all the specials that go with those skills. The next column after skill is charges, that's how many times you can use the skill. And then the next column hits is how many times the skill will hit a creature or opponent. And then damage-PVE is the highest percentage damage that skill will do against a creature in the world, and damage-PVP is the highest percentage damage that skill will do against another player's character. And of course you have the passive at the bottom. So looking at this overall, I do want to explain a few things. One is, if you look in the specials, you'll see the text that says max 2 attacks for Vediant Shockwave, the first skill, and then the third from the bottom, Vediant Mastery, it says max 2 attacks there as well. What this means is if you tap and hold the button down to perform the attack, it'll attack up to 2 times. Otherwise, it will just hit once because you tapped it once. So that is what that means. Some skills will say it hits once or it attacks once, but they're letting you know for a special that it has the option to attack more times if you need it. And the others is the red super armor. The legend at the bottom left corner means it's not applied in Arena. Everywhere else in the game it is, except for Arena. And I will go over the passive for PvP, the PvP slide. So take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the top 8 PvE skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvE slide. So what I've done is I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVE. And what's highlighted in green is the 8 skills that I recommend, because we can only bring 8 skills into the game world at a time. So I do want to just say that she has a very solid amount of damage when it comes to PvE. I mean, look at all of the 1000% that she has. Nearly 8, a perfect 8. So that's quite impressive, a very solid character, and she's got some really good damage. So when she's out there in the world farming or just supporting by guild events or something of that nature, she will definitely bring the damage. So let's see what else. And the highest percentage skill is Execute, and it is a 2000% damage skill, and it is your bread and butter right there. Also comes with a knockup on hit, which is really good. So take a moment to look at all of these skills, and when you're ready, we will move on to the top 8 PvP skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. So what I've done is I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVP, from the highest percentage all the way down to the lowest. And your highest percentage damage skill is Umbral Pillars. It's, a close first place after Supernova, so both of those really seem like your heavy hitters. So let's go ahead and get started. You already know about what the red super armor means, and you know what the green 2 max attacks means, and I will cover the passive, but let's get to the heart of PvP. Everyone wants to know, what super armor can I use in PvP that I could also use in Arena? And Pearl Abyss was very generous when it came to Phantasma, because her first 3, is it 3? No, her first 2 heavy hitting skills, Umbral Pillars and Supernova, allow you super armor in arena as well. And they're very balanced skills. The Umbral Pillars, it's super armor while attacking, and you have a daze on hit. And then Supernova is a super armor and a knock up on hit on the person you're fighting. So these are the first two I would recommend, but there is another to consider, and that is Phantom Dash. If it were me, I would probably try this out in Arena, and that is start out my attacks with Phantom Dash, because you get the super armor, you have a chance to stun your opponent on hit, and you can't be grabbed while you're using the skill. That is very appealing. You know, it's kind of like you get what you want. If you're lucky to stun them, that's great. And then follow up with Umbral Pillars and Supernova and any other skill you want. But just make sure that you rotate your Phantom Dash or anything that has super armor in it in your list of skills, so that you'll always refresh super armor and you can't be grabbed or knocked down or whatnot. I'll go into detail on what that means. So that is the first thing. The second is, let's go ahead and talk about the passive. It applies what's called Shattering Darkness while your magic is at 100. So when your gauge at the bottom is completely full, then this is what happens. And now we're reading the special section off to the right. It says attack by summoning Spectral Sword when using the skill. It applies 200% hit damage, and it applies 150% PvP hit damage. So 200% PvE and 150% PvP, and it consumes 10 magic every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. So I do want to state that your passive lasts for about 20 seconds, and I want to do something special for you. I want to show you what it looks like when your passive triggers, so you know what to look like, so you know what to look for, excuse me. So give me a moment, let me go ahead and cue that up for you, and I'll just be a second. Here we go. Okay, so what we have is you see the health that she has, and below that is a blue bar. It's almost filled up, so we're just doing single attacks so you can adjust to what she looks like normally. And there it is. You see that aura and the two white lights that surround her? This is the visual indication of when your passive is active. This means that you're doing more damage in PvE and more damage in PvP. So let's go ahead and return to our PvP slide. Here we go. And we are back. So now that you know what the passive looks like, take a moment to look at the top 8 PvP skills that I recommend. And when you're ready, we'll move on to the skill combo slide. Here we go. And welcome to the skill combo slide. So before we get started, let us tell you where you can find this skill combo screen. If you go into the game and you tap on the menu system and you go to skills, and then when you're there, if you look over to the middle of the screen and go straight down where there's a icon that says, it's an icon that looks like a magnifying glass, there'll be skill combos, the words right next to it. That is where you tap, and this is what you bring up, the list of skill combos. So now that you know where it's at, let us explain what it means. On the left side of the screen that is highlighted in blue, Pearl Abyss is giving you suggestions on what you can do to do combos with this character. Now this is not meant to be the end all, this is a suggestion so you can get comfortable with her skills and what she can do. Over time, I'm sure you'll probably come up with your own combos that just feel right. But what's in blue is what you start out with, so let's just take the one at the top, Twin Slash. So they're saying that after you perform Twin Slash, then the chain into the next skill, which is Umbral Pillars. And that is one skill combo that they recommend. Now you could chain more if you look at the third one down. Now that you did Umbral Pillars, you can now chain it into Vediant Shockwave. and now that's a 2-hit combo. Well, let's see, that's not right. That's a 3-hit combo. Sorry. And then when you go to the second one down, Vediant Shockwave to Supernova. So that, if my math is right, is a 4-hit combo right there that they're recommending. So this is how you read it, and this is what it means. Now, if you look at the skill combo second from the bottom where it says Flow, Descending Darkness, there's just no way you would know, well, what is that and where do I find it? When I go into the screen for enhancements, then it will make sense. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a screen that shows you where Descending Darkness is, what skill it is, and how you unlock it. So you can do the combo that Perlibus is suggesting from that to Supernova. So give me just 1 second. Let's bring it up for you. Here we go. And here we go. So Descending Darkness comes from the skill Dark Cleave. I'm looking at the top left corner of the actual skill Dark Cleave, and if you look to the right side of the screen where there's the 5 circles with the icons in them, and the one that has the sword with the circle around it, the one that I brought up, is Descending Darkness. It's an enhancement you need to unlock. And the number 4 next to it means you need to get it to level 4 to unlock it, learn it, buy it with silver, and then you can perform the combo of Dark Cleave to Supernova. So take a moment, I'm going to return back to the skill combo screen. Here we go. And welcome back to the skill combo screen. So the only thing left is the very last one at the bottom, which says Evasion and chains into Twin Slash. So quite honestly, if you wanted to get a 5-hit combo with Phantasma, you could start with Evasion, Twin Slash, Umbral Pillars, Vediant Shockwave, and then Supernova. So you can do just about 99% of everything that they're listing here, starting out with Evasion. Dark Cleave really isn't play well with any of the others, but Dark Cleave to Supernova, once you get it unlocked, will help. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we're going to move on to the enhancements slide. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancements screen. So if this is your first time on this slide, let me introduce the interface to you. On the left are all the names of her skills. On the far right are the branch damage connected to those skills. And excuse me, in the center is 4 columns. The first, second, and fourth column, I make things that benefit your Phantasma. The third column is things that happen to the creature or player's opponent that you are fighting. So always try to do that as a basic setup, but sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. But let us go ahead and jump into this. So looking at the first column, and you look at Dark Cleave, when you unlock the flow there, well, we just got through talking about it. It has super armor, and that super armor is not applied in arena. And then if you look at Supernova, it has a flow as well, and that super armor is not applied in arena. So just a heads up on that. But I should say that all of these enhancements are either able to be unlocked with silver right away, or there is a skill requirement. And how you meet that requirement is you just fight regular creatures in the world of Elion or Hadum, either one. And in Elion, the skill books will drop. In Hadum, it'll come from treasure chests that open up, and it will have skill books inside. So either way, once you get it, it's completely random. Once you learn it and just keep at it, you will get the levels you need to unlock all your enhancements, and that is the goal, so that you have full control of everything that Phantasma can do. So looking at what she has in the first column a lot of bleeds and flows, and the flow is another skill that's on top of the skill that you're already using automatically, so it's 2 skills in one. And then she's got, like I said, bleeds. If you look at Dark Cleave, it also has a burn damage that can occur as an enhancement you unlock. She's got lots of move speeds, skill cooldowns. I mean, look at the far right. Skill cooldowns. So you're making, once you unlock all that, you're making your skills occur a lot quicker to use, and that makes her more deadly. And the last thing to tell you is look at the very first skill, Vediant Shockwave, all the way over to the right where it says heal. That's colored in like a yellowish tan because it doesn't apply in Path of Glory. Everywhere else, she will heal herself when you unlock this enhancement for that skill. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we're going to move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card screen. This is like a baseball card. It is all of the screens that you saw previous, all in one screen. So if you're very familiar with my character profile videos and there is a character that interests you, you can go into my video, go all the way over to the player card, take a look at it, heck, even print it out, and just glance at it, and when you're ready, come back to the video and learn all the details about what makes this character so appealing to you. So let's go ahead and introduce how this screen or this slide works. At the very top are the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend, and to the right of that is something new. I call it Immobilization. Now, any skill that immobilizes you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., is colored in green, meaning it has one. And then the next column to the right of that is how many of them do you have. Now, this is the part where Pearl Abyss didn't really give her a lot of immobilization, but she definitely has just about all of her skills has one. So where other characters have 2 immobilizations, or maybe some of them rarely have 3, that's a rarity, she definitely has them, but it's not her strength. So it looks like Phase Blade is the only one that doesn't have an immobilization to it, so no worries. But below all of that is her skills, and below that is the enhancement slide we just went over, and then the legend of what's not applied in Path of Glory and not applied in Arena. And if you've been wondering what is forward guard and super armor anyway, the definitions for that is at the bottom. And if you're just listening to this, I want to read it to you. Forward guard means that incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. And forward guard, just think of it like your opponent is in front of you and you have a shield in front of you. So if they attack you directly going at you, or they're a little bit to the right or the left and they're attacking towards your front, this is where this applies. The damage will be either 0 or heavily reduced, but if they get behind you, anywhere behind you, then they can damage you normally. So be aware. And there is the option in the enhancements for Vediant Shockwave to change your super armor into a forward guard, if you like that. But I like super armor for PvP people, and forward guard is like advanced play, so think it over. And the definition for super armor is this means that incoming damage will either be reduced, and the effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. This is why everyone who does PvP puts a super armor in and rotates it so it's always active. So trying to catch someone and stun them or knock them down, even though your special clearly says you will stun them or daze them, not if they have super armor active. So the more immobilizations you throw at them, that you possibly will get that one chance where their super armor runs out, you attack, and you get your immobilization in, and oh, look at that, you just knocked them down, and now you can get 2, maybe 3 extra hits in, and that makes all the difference. So take a look at this screen, and when you're ready, the music is going to change, and we're going to move on to the gameplay video where we show you what Phantasma can do. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. So before we get started, let us show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we are at Kron Castle entrance. And we're here because we love it here. We really do. Their CP is 2519 and our CP is 3388. So she'll be fine. The way this works is we have her fight for about 2-3 minutes using our auto path, at which time we'll have her go back to town. I'll give my outro and I will say thank you. So without further ado, I give you the class Phantasma. Here we go. And we're just about ready to head back to town. And there we go. Alright. So while the loading screen comes up, allow me to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, let people know. I'm always making more videos and I am happy to do it. Anything that makes this game so much better for you to enjoy. So what we do is we usually put the camera, zoom in, and put her in a pose that we can showcase her and show her off. There we go. And we'll have her give a good wave. So wave goodbye, Phantasma. And there you have it. So once again, thank you very much, and you have yourself a great day. Take care. Bye now.